What's up, everybody? This is JustinWong, and we are back. And I guess like you guys did like the video of like how to get better at fighting games. So I decided to make another topic, talk about it, how to beat people better than you. You could beat people that are better than you, but maybe you need to know how, and I'm here to tell you how. Hit the like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell's notification, and let's get into the video. Think of this video as like a possible cheat code. So many good players out there that are multi-fighting game players that can beat people in games that they don't really play. So I would say I'm kind of like one of the perfect examples. There's people that are better than me, but they cannot beat me in a set. They can't beat me in tournament. They can't beat me in everything, no matter how much they practice. So why is that, right? Why am I beating people that are better than me in said so game? And that's because fundamentals, right? Fundamentals, understanding fundamentals, and also learning basic stuff, right? Like playing footsies, don't get cornered, anti-air when people jump at you, check the dashes when people come at you like that. Stuff like that. It's like once you have a basic understanding of what fundamentals mean and how to perform said fundamentals, then it becomes super easy to like translate that to like every other fighting game moving forward. So you'll always be able to like learn the fighting game much faster once you understand the basic fundamentals of how to play a fighting game.
What is up, everybody? I gotta give a huge shout out to Streamlabs. Y'all ever heard of multi-streaming? Streamlabs Ultra offers multi-streaming to different platforms at the same time. Why do I need to stream on different platforms? Well, guess what? Increase reach. The more platforms you live stream on, the higher your chances for reaching unique viewers. Diversify your income. More platforms means more opportunities to make that bread. So if you guys are interested in the multi-stream feature in Streamlabs Ultra, all you gotta do is you open your Streamlabs desktop client, hit the settings cogs, open your stream settings, add a stream destination, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. After linking your accounts, you press the go live button. From here, you'll be able to toggle which platforms you'd like to stream to, and just like that, you confirm and go live. You might think like, oh, I have so many chats, how am I gonna have it open? They have a section where all the chats from different platforms will be in one section, so you get to see everybody's comments. Crazy. Hit the link down below in the description and get on it right now, you future content creator.
Another way to kind of like get better at fighting or beating somebody better than you in fighting games, right, is blocking. You blocking and letting the opponent do the offense and seeing what they do, that helps so much because you get to copy a lot of strategies. If you understand that like you don't need to press a button when you're trying to learn a new game or you're trying to understand the game, and you just block it out and then see what the opponent is doing and seeing what they're doing in this game that you probably are not good at, or you don't know what you're doing or you're trying to learn. And then once you understand like, okay, this is the general strategy of this game, this is how you use this mechanic, this is what you're supposed to do and everything, right? Because ultimately the fundamentals of how to hit somebody is always the same. How to anti-air somebody is always the same. They got the script. Once you have read the script yourself, right? Once you understand what your opponent is doing, what the script is doing, but you just rely on your fundamentals and defense your way out of the situation. And they're doing some crazy mechanics and like chain combos that I didn't know that existed. I just block it out, right? I block it out. Don't scramble, because if you think about it, if you're fighting it against an experienced player, right, that knows how to play a game while you're not experienced, and if you scramble, you might scramble like 2-3 hits, but they can scramble into a full combo. Think about the risk and reward that you're taking. Just take the loss in terms of the scramble situation and just block. Because once you just block it out, you could see what they like to do. You could think about the buttons, think about the sequence, think about the strings, think about like what strategies that they use that works, and then you can use it back. For example, like, what if the game is a tick throw heavy game? You don't know if it's a tick throw heavy game because, you might not be experienced, but you have fundamentals. So if you're blocking everything, and you see that the person does like button into grab over and over again, that means tick throws are really good. So then you can perform it back. And then they start doing something with like maybe using guard cancels, gives them the optimal situations after, you press a button, then you do it back, because literally what they're doing to you is probably what they probably read about, what they practice, what they learned from the community, right? Take that from their opponent and apply it with your fundamentals, and then you probably have a higher chance of winning the match compared to the other person, because then you can avoid those situations, but they probably have a harder chance of avoiding it because they don't have better fundamentals than you. You're asking, can you be a master of X game with no fundamentals? Probably not. Like you need fundamentals to hit people properly. How do you open somebody up? How are you going to out neutral somebody that can just like defend against all your offense? That's an example of like, okay, if you have better fundamentals, you could beat somebody that is better than you in the game, that has put way more time than you in the game. So we have different archetypes of fighting games. We have a Shoto, right? That's the classic, a Shoto archetype, right? And then you have a grappler archetype as well, and then you have a charge character archetype. These are more of like archetypes of just kind of like what the characters classify as. Every game has a Shoto, right? Every game has a Ryu type of character. A Shoto is like a character with a fireball, dragon punch, and an advancing special move. Once you learn how to play a Shoto in one game, and you see another character that resembles a Shoto in another game, you are going to have familiarity on using those special moves, right? You play Street Fighter 2 growing up. You play Ryu. Okay, you know the whole Hadouken, they jump, Shoryuken trap. Now we move on to Street Fighter Alpha. You could perform the same way. You could perform the same stuff and do the same thing and still get get similar results. And you're fighting against like another Ryu player that never played Street Fighter 2 but played Alpha. You have a higher chance of winning because you had the fundamentals of playing the neutral game from Street Fighter 2, and you could take that to like Street Fighter 3. You could take that for Street Fighter 4, right? Street Fighter 5, and then of course Street Fighter 6 will also have the similarities where you could just kind of like out neutral somebody with pure fundamentals from past experience of games. You can even do it in like other games that's not Street Fighter, right? You can do it in anime games. Guilty Gear Strive has a Shoto clone as well too. They have Soul Bad Guy and Ai Kisuke, and you can play them as pretty Shoto heavy for the most part in terms of special moves. Obviously you have to learn the combos and all, but in terms of like the neutral aspect, you probably have a higher edge of the neutral because you know how to control the screen, you know how to not to rush, you know, you're patient. Learning a Shoto is like a cheat code. Once you learn a Shoto, you're guaranteed that whatever game that comes next that has a Shoto clone, you already know how to play a little bit because they're going to act the same way. But grappler archetype is like very hit or miss. Like if you learn a grappler, there's a lot of times like Zangief. Zangief is good in like other games, but Zangief is trash in like Street Fighter 5. You can't really do what you know how to play Zangief in other games. For charge characters has evolved so much. Charge characters were like the lamest type of characters, and they never like changed in any way. The only archetype that has stayed true to like the beginning of time is Shoto. There are so many other games I played from like, you know, like random online tournaments and games I don't really like take seriously. And I just pick a Shoto. Because I pick a Shoto, I already have an understanding of how to play the character because of my experience with playing a Shoto in other games, right, for such a long time. Like this is more of a knowing how to win video. They think like learning the frame data, learning the most optimal combos. I need to master this. I need to master all of this. And that will help me win. It does help your chances, but it doesn't mean that you can win completely because sometimes, like, how are you going to open somebody up? How can you open somebody up if they're just blocking? When you hear it on stream, you hear people say, yeah, Justin with his amazing fundamentals, that's probably how he won the match. You hear that in commentary like so much, right? And I mean, I agree. I tell people, yeah, these people are better than me, but I'm just better at them in fighting games as a whole. Like you could be better than me at one set game, but I might still be able to beat you because I'm better than you in fighting games as a whole, because I understand how to play fighting games, because I pick characters that resemble my previous main character from a previous game. So it's actually quite easy to beat people with like the most minimal effort if you have superior fundamentals. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was really fun to talk about these topics. It seems like you guys are really interested about just like how to be in these situations and how to beat people better than you and how to get better at fighting games. If you guys want to see more of this, let's get this video to 5,000 likes. If we get this video to 5,000 likes, we'll do another video covering on, you know, something with improving on fighting games. Other than that, this is JustinWong, and I will see you guys later. Peace.